Right guys, so welcome back to the Transformation Gym Kitchen. Okay, so while we're preparing our next dish, okay, we're just going to talk a little bit, good quick overview on greens and why I like to live a green life. Okay, so greens. Okay, where do we start? So we've got a nice variation of green vegetables here. We've got asparagus, got some spinach there. Okay, spinach is the typical one that comes up. And we've also got the herbs as well. Fresh herbs are great. I'll have a little bit overview of those as well, and we've got some nice fresh peppery rocket. So we've also got, actually while we're here, what I like to use a green supplement as well. So this is one that good friend Gav likes to use in the morning, kickstart his day. Okay, so my first thing to start the day is actually a greens juice or a greens blend. So this one has a combination of things like your algae, like your spirulinas, your chlorellas, okay, so which are packed full of things like magnesium, manganese, okay, folate, and one of the most ones, iron. Okay, so spinach, okay, so Popeye's food, okay, so essential role in our body in terms of transporting a healthy blood system, so transporting red blood cells and regenerating red blood cells in the body. Okay, keeping our skin nice and healthy and keeping our blood in an alkaline state. Okay, so naturally we live a very sedentary lifestyle. We have a lot of things like caffeine and a lot of acidic foods. So caffeine is quite acidic to our blood. Things like confectionery and sugars and things like that. So greens are important in terms of keeping our blood nice and stabilised, keeping it a nice alkalinity level. Okay, so greens in general form probably a good 70% of my diet, to be honest. Okay, why? Okay, greens actually packed full of protein as well, believe it or not. So a cup of cooked broccoli actually contains between 20 to 24 grams of protein. Cooked broccoli, that is, yes. So people who think broccoli is just carbs, it's not. Okay, so it's a combination of all your multivitamins, multi-minerals. Okay, it's got your protein content in there. It's going to fill you fuller for longer as well because it's full of fibre. Okay, so things like medicinal herbs, like fresh mint. So let's talk about mint. So mint is something that I like to use after I've had a meal. Why? Okay, it gives it that nice, one, it tastes and smells amazing. Okay, it gives it nice sweetness. So it's like that, if you've had a meal, you like to have a sweet after. Okay, mint tea is perfect for that. Why? Because it aids your digestion system. Okay, so it helps with digestive juices and gut health. Okay, and just digesting everything in general, speeding the process. Okay,
obviously, mint's a bit healthier than having an after eight mint.
Yeah. So if you wanted to do an after eight mint, that could be one thing we could do. We could show you to do a healthy after eight mint. But yes, mint, great. So again, if you wanted to make a homemade mint sauce, I would always use your own. And using fresh garden mint is perfect for that. Fresh parsley, okay, is another one I'd like to use. Okay, it's what I juice a lot with in the morning, or things like cilantro, aka coriander. Okay, and other herbs like basil, Thai basil, and thyme as well are perfect medicinal herbs. Okay, medicinal properties in terms of recovery and anti-inflammatory benefits. Asparagus again, okay, which we used in our previous dish. Okay, again full of folate. Okay, full of essential vitamins that we need. Okay, which we tend to seek from supplements. Okay, but we don't actually look deep into our dietary needs, and we actually get all these vitamins that we get from these supplements from our food. So mix in and try and keep it seasonal as well in terms of your vegetables. So that's what I've chosen: asparagus and things like spinach and rocket, which is a very big one actually. What we haven't talked about is kale. Okay, so kale back in the day used to be so cheap, and now it's just the new superfood, but it's been going on for years. Kale is amazing. Okay, it's that sharp, prickly stuff if you don't know what kale is. Okay, but there's different types of variations. You've got like Cavella Nero as well. Okay, great in your smoothies, your juices, cooked with your lunches, your breakfasts. Okay, but again, in terms of just keeping healthy blood, healthy skin, healthy immune system, great in terms of like maintenance of immunity function. Okay, so strong immunity, less likely to get influenza or infections, viral infections. Okay, so it protects us from all these nasties as well, environmental nasties that we get when we're in a place like Birmingham, London, when we're in the city centre. So greens, I've been doing greens for the last 30 years, since I was a baby. Okay, and it's my lifestyle. So if you keep on the greens in your system and keep a good healthy green diet, okay, you'll look like this.
So Luke, a few questions then,
Yeah.
which are typical questions asked by people. Do you feel that greens are underrated?
I do think they're underrated. Problem with greens, okay, is we're so used to, I think this is the problem when people don't like greens, we cook them too much, so we rather boil them. You know, when people boil green beans, boil broccoli, you're reducing all the nutrients, the flavour's gone out of them. Your best way to take greens is, partly cooking them, so steaming them, okay, keep the flavour, keep the nutrients in there. Even doing raw type things, so like finely chopped broccoli, you could do like a broccoli rice or something like that. Also using the greens powder is convenient because you can get up to 20 to 30 different greens in one powder, and a tea to a tablespoon of that in your juice. You have all your greens in there, and it's convenient, quick.
So next question.
Yeah.
If you're into fitness,
Mm-hmm.
so if you're hardcore into fitness, an athlete of some description,
Yeah.
what would you say the main benefits are of having greens?
So in terms of recovery, keeping our immune system high, so when I was talking about influenza and viral infections and getting ill and things like that, that's the last thing we want as an athlete, especially if we're competing at a high level. Also greens, okay, again full of all your vitamins and minerals, all your fibre in there which we need, okay, and you're just feeding your body, good, clean, natural sources instead of all these confectionery and processed foods that we tend to have, in today's life.
So last question.
Yeah.
If somebody's on a weight loss journey
Yeah.
and they want to lose weight in a healthy manner,
Yeah.
what are the benefits of eating greens?
Okay, so one, your body's going to be fed the right fuel, so it's like running a car. You're not going to run a Lamborghini on some cheap or diesel or whatever. You're going to run it on the correct fuel. You're going to look after your Lamborghini, aren't you? So you've got to treat your body that way. Greens are great for that in terms of making you feel satisfied, feel full. Your blood, your skin, everything's going to be thankful because you're feeding the right foods. So you've got to look after your body, and greens, anything from the ground, anything that's closest to nature is the type of foods that we want to be, feeding. They're the friendly foods that we need. So
Actually, in fact, one more question while we're on the subject of greens. Yeah. What are your preferred 5 greens?
Okay, so I'm not going to give you a particular order. I'm going to mix them. So kale, spinach, garden peas. I like to use parsley as well, and I'd say pak choy or bok choy.
So this was Luke, everyone, from the Transformation Gym Kitchen on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and information with myself and Luke to do with recipes and nutrition. Thank you, Luke.
Stay green, people.